Hello everyone, welcome to the Gurukul's CAT 100 Study Room to Boardroom series. I am Krishna Chaitanya and this is Crack the Logic with KC. Over the next 100 days, you will be solving one hand-picked LRDI set every single day, a mix of basic to advanced questions which cover all the concepts required for CAT. We are also uploading quant and verbal videos as a part of this series. Make sure you watch all the 3 playlists for a complete preparation. To practice under exam pressure, all the sets we are discussing over here across all the sections are available in our website for completely free of cost. Just sign up to www.thegurukul.org.in and you can find a course called 100 Days Race to CAT. And all the sets over here are completely free for you to practice. Remember, CAT exam isn't about how perfect you are, it is about how consistent you are in your preparation. So let's not waste time and quickly jump into the video. So today we'll be solving one more LRDI problem, and before we move on, pause the video and try to solve the problem. And also keep a track of how much time you are taking to solve the question and how many answers you got correct. Take some 10 minutes time and try to solve this set. Okay, let's see what did they give us. Each of the 5 batsmen A, B, C, D, E belong to exactly one team among Rajasthan, Bangalore, Mumbai, Calcutta, Punjab, not necessarily in the order. No 2 of them belong to the same team. So 5 people, 5 different teams. In a T20 tournament, the total runs scored by each of them is unique and is among 96, 112, 64, 72 and 80 in no particular order. The number of balls faced by each of them is a multiple of 4, which of them faced each of them faced at least 16 and at most 36 balls. The runs scored per ball by each of them is an integer and not more than 4. Further 4 points are given, followed with 4 questions, 2 numericals and 2 optional based questions. Let's try to see what is given and how to solve the problem. Let's break individually and look at the data first. There are 5 batsmen A, B, C, D, E. So we have A, B, C, D and E. We need to place them among Bangalore, Rajasthan, Mumbai, Calcutta and Punjab. 5 different places, and they are scoring 5 different runs, that is 96, 112, 72, 64 and 80. So first statement is done completely. There is no more information over here, not necessarily in the order. No 2 of them belong to the same team. The total runs scored by them is unique and is among this in no particular order. The number of balls faced by each of them is a multiple of 4. Very good. Each of them faced at least 16 and at most 36. So 16 to 36, what are the 4 multiple values we are having? We have 16, 20, 24, 28, 32 and 36. Pause over here. If you observe, there are 5 people, 5 different states and 5 scores, but there are 6 possibilities for the number of balls faced, which means among these 6, one value is not the required value. We need to eliminate that. Okay. Chalo. Runs scored per ball by each of them is an integer and not more than 4. Okay, this is the first part of the question. Now, the first thing which we need to find out is, for every runs scored, we need to associate with the number of balls. So let's form a table like this: 64 runs, 72 runs, 80 runs, 96 runs, 112 runs, 16 runs, 20 runs, 16 balls, 20 balls, 24 balls, 28 balls, 32 balls, 36 balls. Among this, these are the possibilities. Using this condition, which one? This one. The runs scored per ball is always an integer and not more than 4. Now let's try to divide. If I am dividing 96 with 16, what value will I get? Will I get less than 4 and also an integer? Will that be possible? Quickly check it out. Fill this table with that. Pause the video. I want 96 by 16. Can I get an integer less than 4? Yes, no. 112 by 16. Integer less than 4. Yes, no. 64 by 16. Integer less than 4. Yes, no. Sorry, not more than 4. So it can be less than or equal to 4. Very good. The only possibility left out is these two are not working. This will be 4 and these two are also not working. The same way, do it for everyone. 20 means this will be 4. More than 80, this won't be possible. Because with 80 we got 4. 80 by 20 is 4. So whatever is more than 80 will definitely not give me. And the remaining values will not give me an integer, because 64 by 20 or 72 by 20 is not a proper integer number. Okay, let's do for 24. Yes, this will be 4 and this is not working, this is not working. 72 by 4, this will be 3, this is not working. Very good. Check for 28. Perfect, this is not working and this will be 4, these 3 are not working. Very good. Now check for 32. Yes, 96 by 32, this will be 3, 64 by 32, this will be 2, remaining values will not work. Now check for 36. Perfect, this is 2 and the remaining values will not work. Okay, done with this table clearly for everyone? Yes, no? Okay. If you observe carefully, 80 runs, 20 balls, this is the only option. So I can conclude directly, whoever is getting 80 runs will definitely play 20 balls only. And these are two options, there are two options. If you look at 112, 112 runs, whoever is scoring will be definitely 28 balls. That is the only option there. Yes, perfect. Now 72 2 options, 64 2 options, 96 2 options. And here we can't eliminate because horizontally we don't know which person is there. Either 16 balls person, 20 balls person. Among these 5 values, among the 6 values, one value should be eliminated. That value we don't know as of now. Okay. If you look at the statements properly, they are talking about difference, less than, and more than. So almost all the statements are talking about difference. Runs scored by is 24 more than. So let's find out the differences between the scores. That is why I drew this table. 64 minus 64, all these things will not happen. 72 minus 64, write it over here, which will be 8. 80 minus 64, which will be 16. Fill up the table like that. 96 minus 64, perfect, that will be 32. And 112 minus 64, very good, that will be 48. Now 72 minus 64 we don't need to write because we already wrote it over here. There is no use of duplicating all the values. It's okay. Perfect. 8, 24, 40. Next, the last two. 96, 80. This is 16. This is 32. 112, 96. Perfect. This will be 16. These are the different possibilities. Now two things are done. First, I know how many runs are associated with how many balls. Second, I know what are the differences between the people. Okay. Now let us erase all this information. Now let's try to see. What is there? The difference between the runs scored. Okay, the total number of runs scored by the batsman. Till here we are done. This statement is also done. We already used this. The total runs scored by the batsman of Mumbai team is 24 more than whatever is scored by C. Which means there are two people. One is Mumbai person and one is C. Difference between these two people is 24. Where are you getting 24 as the difference? That is 96 and 72. So Mumbai person should be 96 and this person should be 72. Clear with this? So whoever is in Mumbai or whoever got 96, we can simultaneously match the remaining one. Okay, this statement is done. B faced the least number of balls and scored 8 runs more than the batsman who is not a player of Team Bangalore. Who is not a player of Team Bangalore? Let's leave it aside. B faced the least number of balls and scored 8 runs more than the batsman. B faced the least number of balls. Let us say these are the balls which we are talking about and these are the runs. So if B faces the least number of balls, can I say B should be 16 or B can be 20? Because if B is 24 and B is the least, there are 4 more options only. We have 5 people to fill up, which is not possible. So B should be 16 or 20. Now let us assume B is 16. If B is 16, then B's score should be 64. Right. But he clearly gave us B faced the least number of balls and scored 8 runs more than a batsman. He got 8 runs more than some other person, which means some other person should get 56 runs only. But here there is no possibility of anyone getting 56, which means this case is completely ruled out. What does that mean if that is ruled out? That means B is scoring. B is having 20 balls and B is scoring 80 runs. B faced 20 balls and B scored 80 runs. Okay. If B faced 40 balls and this is 80 runs, look at this 64. Because this is not there, this is the only option left out. If this is the option left out, this will not be possible, which means this is the option left out. If this is done, this is not possible, this will be the answer. Now clearly I know what runs are associated with what balls. That is, some part of the question is done. Okay, this is done. Okay, the second part is not done. Then the B scored the least number, B faced the least number of balls, till there everything is good. Scored 8 runs more than a batsman. B scored some batsman who is not from Bangalore plus 8 runs. If B is 80, then definitely this value should be 72 only. So what can I say? The person who got 72 runs, is having how many balls? 72 runs faced 36 balls, and he is not from Bangalore. Clear with this? Perfect. Who is not from Bangalore? This statement is also done. Next one, no one scored less runs per ball than batsman who scored 16 runs less than that scored the score by the batsman of Team Calcutta. E does not belong to E. Okay, let's talk about E separately. No one scored less runs per ball than the batsman who scored 16 runs less than that scored by the batsman of Calcutta. So I have some person who is from Calcutta, 16 runs less than the batsman who scored. So minus 16 is equal to the person with lowest runs per balls. Now who is the lowest runs per balls? That we'll see later. Before that, one thing I need to identify, who is having this difference as 16. Now let's write the cases for this difference thing. Now what is the difference thing happening? Someone minus 16 equal to something. Someone minus 16, 112 minus 96, that is possible. So 112 and this is 96. Okay. Second case, 96 and 80, 96 and 80. Third case, 80 and 64. 80 and 64. Now the person who is getting 96 runs, he have 24 runs per ball, 4 runs per ball. That is not the least. So this is ruled out. The person who got 80, again 4 runs per ball, that is also not the lowest. Remove. The person who got 64, runs per balls are 2 only. So this is working, which means the person who is from Calcutta is having 80 runs, and the person who got that 64 is the lowest runs per ball. If you observe carefully, 80 runs is with B, which means B is from Calcutta. I know something. Okay, let's draw the table. B is from Calcutta. He got 80 runs. And what is happening with that 80 runs? 80 runs, number of balls 20. Very good. 20 balls. Okay, that is first one. Do I know anyone else? C, B. C is scoring 72 runs. C is here. C is scoring 72 runs. I don't know he is from where. Now, if you observe carefully the 10th statement, the B, whatever this B statement is there, B is 72 runs. This means this is Bangalore only. That's what we kept our bar, which means this is not Bangalore. For sure, we can say that. Okay. And the person, the remaining ones are with respect to, we don't know any information. C got 72 runs, still there we know. Okay. So this E does not belong to Mumbai. Wherever E is there, E is not belonging to Mumbai. Anything else from this 9th statement? Perfect. This statement we used. No one scored less than the batsman who scored the lowest run, 16 possible, and E does not belong to Mumbai. Perfect. Only statement left out, that is 8th one. Let's write it over here. The difference between the runs scored by batsman of teams Bangalore and Rajasthan. So Bangalore difference Rajasthan is equal to half of the runs scored by D and E. Now what can be the scores of Bangalore and Rajasthan? Can we conclude anything? What can be the scores of Rajasthan and Bangalore? I know Calcutta is 80 runs. I know Mumbai is 96 runs. If 80 and 96 are done, 64, 72 and 112 are left out. 64, 72 and 112. What can be the scores of D and E? B is anyway 80. C is anyway 72. If 80 and 72 are gone, 96, 112, 64. So this will be 96, 112 and 64. This difference equal to half of this difference. When can that be possible? If I take this is 72 minus 64 is equal to half of 112 minus 96, that is 8 equal to half of 16. Perfect, this is working out. But I don't know D is 112 or 96 or E is 112 or 96. We don't know any information about that. The same way, I don't know Bangalore is 72 or 64 or Rajasthan is 72 or 64. But if you observe carefully, 72 runs is with C. But I already know C is not Bangalore. If C is not Bangalore, which means 64 should be Bangalore. Now who is 64? We don't know. Now 72 is with which person? Is with Rajasthan. So 72, this is Rajasthan. Now 72 runs means how many balls? 72 runs, he played in 36 balls. Clear? Along with this, I know someone who is from Bangalore scored 64 runs. 64 runs is in how many balls? Is in 32 balls. Now who is this person? I don't know. Next, 112 and 96 are with respect to D and E. Can we place anyone over there? Observe carefully. Calcutta and Rajasthan are done. Okay, let's leave about Calcutta. If Calcutta is already done, Bangalore and Rajasthan are associated for this two. We are left out with only two states, which is Punjab and Mumbai. Punjab and Mumbai should be associated with D and E only. This both should be Punjab or Mumbai. Because total 4 are there, total 5 are there, out of which Calcutta is done. And the other two, Bangalore and Rajasthan, are already this side with different values. So we are left out with only 2 more values, because this 72 and 64 are different, 96, 112 are different. We are not having any common values in this. So we don't need to worry, all these 4 are 4 different places. So D and E cannot be Bangalore or Rajasthan. So it should be Punjab or Mumbai. But we clearly know E is not belonging to Mumbai, then E should belong to no other option. E should belong to Punjab. If E is belonging to Punjab, who should belong to Mumbai? D should belong to Mumbai. Okay, and we are left out with only one option, that is Bangalore. Bangalore is having 64 runs with 32 balls. And I already know Mumbai, some information is there. Mumbai is getting 96 runs. 96 runs means 24 balls. Mumbai is 96 runs and 24 balls. And the last thing we are left out, which is 28 balls, and we are left out with 112 runs, that is for Punjab. Clear everyone? This is a little lengthy set, but still it's a good one. You can try it in the exam. There is nothing to worry about. Now tell me the answers. First one, who among the following belongs to Team Punjab? Let's see Team Punjab. Team Punjab is E. That is option D. What is the difference between the scores of the batsmen from Team Calcutta and Rajasthan? Calcutta and Rajasthan. Rajasthan is here, runs 72. Calcutta is here, 80. The difference will be equal to 8. What is the number of balls faced by the batsman of Team Rajasthan? Rajasthan is over here. His team is facing 36 balls. That is option B. What is the difference between the number of balls faced by the batsman of Team Bangalore and that of faced by E? Bangalore and E, number of balls. Bangalore is here, number of balls are 32. E is here, number of balls are 28. Difference between them is 4. Answer is option, sorry, it's a numerical one. Answer is 4. Perfect. So with this, we'll end this set over here. Now pause the video, try to solve the same problem one more time. Now when you are solving for the second time, you'll get new logics, you'll understand much better way. Okay? See you in the next video, guys. And don't forget to comment down how much time you took to solve the question and also how many answers you got correct. See you in the next video, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed learning from today's session.
This series is designed to help you with your CAT preparation and practice daily. We are with you in this journey.
To watch the next video, click here. And to watch Gurukul's CAT 100 series, study room to boardroom, the entire playlist, click here.
If you learned from today's session, like, share, and subscribe.